issues of qualification, the issue of certification, vis-a-vis the issue of performance. And then we say, characteristics, which are these qualification certifications, plus performance equals effectiveness. And to get this, and to drive down the rating moral barometer, the heart of it is risk management. Because if the banks are not getting the risk management right, they cannot, repeat not, get the effectiveness right. So when effectiveness becomes the key issue now, it becomes a responsibility for the operators, the regulators, to do a symbiotic kind of relationship to make sure that we get ethics and corporate governance right. As my colleague rightly pointed out, what's really killing the institution is this act of bookkeeping. You know how Indomie is cooked? Can be cooked with palm oil, can be cooked with water and everything. So here we have a situation whereby the various banks are cooking their books the way they want. And when problem comes, hands should not be pointed at the regulators. So going forward, we want to make sure that the operators, especially the directors of the banks and the senior management, get to appreciate what they are trying to do. They must know the institution very well. They must be abreast. They must be on top of what they are doing. By so doing, all of us will be able to raise the moral parameter. Thank you.
I'm trying to round up this session. We'll take one last question. Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is financial services industry. I think the problem of bank, there are two issues addressing the problem of trust. I think another important issue you have to address is perception. There's trust, there's perception. And what I have found as associated with the bank over 40 years in this country, and I get worried. We as individuals, as talking of banks and banks, who are behind the bank. I am even worried that the catalysts of bankers are depending very much on the banks to raise their money. If we go off full cost to tell them, these are regulations, these are ethics of the profession, they will cut you off. Once they remove their staff from giving you money, there's an act of you will survive. Generation of bankers will survive. We have to look inward. Is there any way we can have these banks by legislation contribute to the sustenance of the capitalism? Mark, we don't have the independence you might have there. In our country, unfortunately, you can even be a managing director. And you hear their colleagues who have a diverse opinion from yours. Once you push that opinion very hard, it becomes to them confrontational. And you are not going to be allowed to speak. There are very intelligent people in this country. They travel around the globe, but they have ideas. But the people who run the show, the pilots, never allow anybody to make a wonderful contribution that will affect the change. So no matter what you talk about, but no matter what you talk about corporate governance and so on and so forth, you can never realize in this country as long as our mindset is that it's the pilot who knows more than any other. To begin with, in the days I used to do banking as far back as 60. Banking was a question of trust. And when you're talking of trust, when you are lending money, you don't rely on the trust of the customer is coming to borrow money from you. The credibility of the customer is critical. How is he going to react? And so on and so forth. So the Catholic Institute of Bankers, I don't envy my president, they have a boundary because it's a watch about what they want. They are appropriate things to do. They will lose you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. think that's yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'm listening very carefully. I have there's one issue that worries so there is okay? That's called agreement aggravation. And that is the issue of sending tax to go and do for people.